Hello everybody, GL1 here, and I have some other space toys to show you because as you know on Toy Talk and stuff, I like space toys. So, what I have for you today is the Space Shuttle setup made by Hot Wheels in 1997. And the space program for the shuttle ended officially in 2011. Now, I didn't get this until this was probably sitting in a box on a shelf uh, at the Space Shuttle Experience down in Florida for quite a few years before I got it. I got it not long before they ended the Space Shuttle program because I remember that Mrs. GL1 and I were talking about as we always thought it was sad that the shuttle program was going to end, and we wanted to get something to, celebrate the space shuttle. And so, at the Space Shuttle Experience, they had this toy set that I picked up, and it does lots of things. So, one of the things that is pretty cool is you see it has like a blast area here. If you look there, it has a blast area. And so this whole thing here rotates around so you can have it, let's say, in transport mode. Okay, so you have your transporting your space shuttle, and then you can turn this around, and then this tips up, and now it's in launch mode, and then this pops off, and then you can launch your space shuttle. So now you have your space shuttle. But before I get into all the cool things this thing does, let me show you our transport. So this comes off. Okay, so it has these little plugs in there. So that can come off. And the reason why I suppose that can do that is all of these modules do some interesting things and come apart. So you have that same piece there, and these come apart. And so if you wanted, you could, I guess, attach this, I don't know why, like that. And then I guess you could have it upright like that, or you could tip it down and then carry it around. There might be other sets that came out at the time that also came with the Hot Wheels that you could probably attach, maybe just had some universal connectors. But yeah, these connect together like they have little pegs. You can see the little pegs in there. And so you can connect those together. And then they just squeeze them together. Lots of wheels, right? And then this comes off in the back. So this is your whole travel piece. And again, lots of wheels. And then these come apart, and you can turn them around backwards if you want, and you can pull it. They have the little pegs like for towing, and then you could push those there into there, and then that becomes a single vehicle. Or you could pull that apart. Right, and now it's a separate vehicle like this, and this is your little helicopter, and the helicopter has a hook, and the hook is attached to the propeller. So I guess if you were going to, here's your lunar lander, and if you were going to pick something up with the hook, I guess you'd want to pick it up without the guy in it. You probably wouldn't want to be picked up with that, and then you could put the hook on something. Right, and then you could fly that around, and if you wanted to put that down on top of here, something like that, right? And then you would just wind up your hook, and then you could fly your helicopter over, and it has a helipad right there, right? So you can put your helicopter there. All right, so it does all those things, okay? So it does more. And let me show you what else when we get to the shuttle itself. So it comes with these little guys, and they might look familiar to you. They are made by Hot Wheels also, right? This whole set. And they are the same. These are our Buzz Lightyear people. And you see, you have the individual limbs that move. And they're all made by Hot Wheels. Now, these are a little rubberier, which is cool, so less chance of breaking them. But they're about the same scale, very similar in size. So you could use your Buzz Lightyear characters to play with your space shuttle because it only comes with 2 of these. And there's a lot of room to play because, see, you can put your guys in here, and then you could put your Buzz Lightyear people in there too. See, I mean, there we go. He gets in there. But you could fit your Buzz Lightyear guy in there. And then they can pal around, right? And they can go in the lunar vehicle. So a little lunar buggy, and take a look at the design. So it actually has a little bit of, like some fake springy action there. But, as if it's traversing over bumps and things like that. So I think that's a pretty cool detail. And here we are with the shuttle. So this is really cool. The shuttle is really neat. So, all right. So you have your control deck, right? Your flight cabin for your little people, right? But then you're out in space, right? So you got work to do. So you can, it comes apart very easily, but it goes together very easily. So you can drop things out the back. So you can, let's say you have something you want, you want to drop that down. Now it has landing gear. And the landing gear is also similar to the landing gear on the Buzz Lightyear ships in that it has this like click. So it has like a bump and then it clicks into place. And the space shuttle is the same. So it's a similar design. It has this like, freewheeling thing and then it clicks and then it locks. So, and you have your double wheels. They're just probably like the real shuttle. And then you have your arm bay in here. So what you can do with this is, let's say you were transporting up into space a satellite. So here's your satellite. So you have a communication satellite, or maybe it's a solar-powered telescope. And then that has this piece here that fits. You can clip that on. So you can pretend that you're, positioning that in space. And then you have also these arms that flip up, and maybe you have to service it. There's something wrong, and you have to fix something. You can pretend that you're fixing it. And maybe this arm, this isn't coming down. And then you can have your spaceman, doing a spacewalk, or space person, because it could be a woman too. There's lots of female astronauts. Okay. And then it's ready to go. And here you have your box, right? So you have your box and that opens up. So, but not so easily. All right, so it goes like that. So let's say, you have your laboratory inside. So, maybe the guys are working inside. But you also you can put your lunar module or vehicle in there. And it kind of, can lift up. See how this can move like that. So then it can just sort of roll down, The thing about it, though, is the door's not big enough for the lunar vehicle to go through. So you can put the lunar vehicle inside. Like that for transport, okay? But it can't roll out, so you have to just pretend. Okay, and then, let's say, and then the guy gets in there and he's like, woohoo, right, racing out of there. And he's trying to show off for his Buzz Lightyear buddy there, right? Okay. And all of this, right, let's say you do your mission on the moon and you need to go back home. So this unclicks. You can put your box back in here. Slide that in there. These go down. And then this can fold up. And should be able to get that. There you go. That goes in there. Close that up. And then you can go back on your lunar mission. But, oh no, there's no room for the Buzz Lightyear friend. And he's like waving, like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving? It's like, we're leaving anyway. Oh, but you forgot the satellite. So you can actually pack the satellite in too. So look at that. So there, everything is self-contained. So you have everything in there. And, of course, you can put one of your space people inside the little helicopter. But that's not all I have to show you. Right here is a Bandai space shuttle transformer. Now, it's not a transformer from the Transformer company because Bandai makes Power Rangers. So, but this is, you can see, it's a space shuttle. And this was made in 1985. So this is really early into the space program. And it's actually, there's a sad event in 1986. The Space Shuttle Challenger blew up. And so this toy was made a year before that happened. So, it's kind of a tragic thing that happened there. But I don't know. I just like to assign to sort of put things in context of the time that they were made, So this toy was made, during that time. And I'm going to transform this. Pause this here. Okay, so there we go. There is our robot transformed into the space shuttle. And looks really similar to this one, doesn't it? And it's got metal pieces on it, actually. So there's some metal here. The joints are metal. The legs are metal. So it has a good heft to it. So you can see this is Bandai, 1985, Japan. So this is a really old toy, isn't it? It's almost 40 years old. This is 1997. As you can see, a similar design in the back. says the larger boosters here. It's kind of a squishy plastic on there. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. I have another modular toy from around that time period that I will also eventually show you. But this one's pretty cool, isn't it? And here you go. You see you can even make space for your XL-1 Buzz Lightyear spaceship. And you can transport the space shuttle as well. So, hope you enjoyed that. See you soon. Thanks for watching.